And they talk about dual citizenship, whether they recognize it or not. What's the use of the passport and the visa when your own brothers will just walk across the border? And you are telling me that from my own land, I have to pass through your own land to go where I want to go, and then I have to produce my visa and my passport. And most of us don't get it. You have been swallowed. Operation Python dance. The python has swallowed you. You thought it was just meted to our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. No. It's directed to you. And our people enable them. Our people enable them. Let's go back to what we're talking about. It's a tennis ball that we are playing today. Bolu, yes, Tawai. That's the way when it was introduced, not today. Before, when you want to toss that ball, say Bolu, yes, Tawai. Those that know what I'm talking about know what I'm talking about. That's to get you prepared that is ready to serve. Bolu, yes. And that's when they used to use wooden bat. What am I saying? I'm not playing. I'm just trying to get your attention to what is happening to you. When your brothers will sell you, when your brothers will betray you, this is what is awaiting you. It's not how much. They have the money. They have it. So to them, the money is useless to them. But to you, it is a gold mine. The gold mine that you will use to decorate your tomb, your grave. You will use that money they pay you to kill your brother. And when you're done eliminating your brother, you'll be left alone. Then they will use the machete and cut your legs. Then hack you to death. When they are controlling the airports, don't you see they are telling you we are really in control, so you can go when we tell you to go. And when we say you're not going anywhere. Bolu, yes. Now, let's go back to the color of your skin. That man was crying. You know his color of skin? He's a Muslim. It's the same color of skin as you and me. The Yemenis, you know the color of their skin? Mixed, like you and me. Ethiopians, you've seen them, like you and me. They extended to Yemen. Sudanese, the same. And then the Saudis. Why the carnage? They are Muslims. And you're saying it's a peaceful religion. We don't want to get into it. It is your religion. When you cannot live peacefully with Muslims, how can you live peacefully with Christians? And you have shown that you can never be able to live in peace with Christians. And the world is watching. Not only is the world watching, the same Christian head, the head of the Christian churches, are the ones supplying them with the arms and ammunition to finish you. If you know all these things, why are you mute? Why are you waiting? And you are waiting for the perpetrator of these crimes to come and save you. Man, you are foolish. You are foolish. Foolish without any retrieval. You can't be salvaged. And you heard him. You heard the guy what he said. They want you to kill yourself. You have no use to them. Do you have your resources? They have it. They want it. But you, they have no use for you because you're subhuman. You're not up to par to be a human being. But we don't grasp it. We don't realize it. As I am talking, somebody is right now caressing the British, ready to do whatever they want him to do at your expense. As I am talking, there are some individuals sneaking around in mansions and state houses, not talking. Amoteku took off, and the Yorubas did the needful. They understand. They now know that what our leader is saying is the truth. But where are your own people? Where are the Biafrans? No, they are hiding. They are in hiding. Oh, when our leader did it, to tell you our mind said, they got up and said, oh, how can a small boy be so loved? How can a small boy be so listened to by millions? Therefore, if we say we are going to make a referendum, we will lose our position as governors. And then we will be belittled as Ohanezes are waging their hands in the air. And they are the beginning and the end. And they are the beginning and the end watching the Fulanis end them. And they think they are flourishing. There's one flower when I was little I used to do horticulture. I've forgotten the name. When the sun comes out, it blooms. And when the sunset is down. That's like the Ohaneses. Akanchawa. The Akanchawa people. This is the situation we are faced. And then that comes right back to you. Bolu, yes. You. Boyoyo, where were you? Or where are you? The people, all Rata people, the women crying, they were the only ones in the farm. And where are the men? This is how they rape the old women in the farm, because they know that the young men are not there. And then they will hack them to death. And that's why I say they rape your mothers, you watch. Your governors watch. Your governors invite them. I mean, we have a problem. We have a problem. Are these old women the ones that are going to chase away the Fulanis?
This is the atrocity being committed by the Fulani herdsmen. They are destroying the farmland of people, wasting the cassava, wasting everything that is in the people's farm for no just reason. When you ask them, they will not threaten you that they will kill you. This is
they'll threaten you that they will kill you. Blood. When they attack military bases, you don't see it. What are you doing to defend yourself? Igwes. Nde Igwe. What are you doing to defend your wives? Nde Igwe, what are you doing to defend the farmland of your wives? Here you hear the voice crying. What is your responsibility as Igwe, chief number one, and His Royalness number one? You cannot talk to your governor. No, he will give you akanchawa and then you will shut up. And the actions they take falls directly to your wives, to your women, and the old. And here they are, shouting on Chukwuemeka Biafra. And you have a leader Chukwuemeka Biafra has given you. They chased him away. They wanted to kill him. And Chukwuemeka Biafra saved him. And whatever he told you came to pass. All he said has come to pass. And they are still happening. Gunmen attack another military base, kill 25 soldiers. Who are the gunmen? And why are they soldiers? How can a gunman kill a soldier? Then why are you a soldier? You are only a soldier when it comes to Biafrans that are not armed. Then you show your full weight of the law according to you. You try to show how strong you are when they cannot shoot back. And then you have your people confused. This one is telling you I'm South. This one is telling you I'm Delta. This one is telling you I'm Abia. You see what is coming to you. Do you see it? And yesterday I made a reference to what Gowon said, 1968. And they said they'll make sure we are not one. They'll make sure they divide us. And that's why they cut us in pieces and put us in different northern states. States we don't belong. To ensure that there is nothing like Biafra anymore. That there is nothing like Igbos. And our people, you listened to that yesterday. After listening, I know there will be foolish ones that will still accuse the Igbos. And that is why after saying this, they committed atrocities in the River State. Hence, Adakaboro was killed after that. The plan they put into effect was to use Adakaboro to attack Igbos, their own people. And they used Adakaboro. And then they used the Biafran army uniform, clothed them. They clothed the Nigerian soldiers with Biafran uniform. And they invaded the Rivers area and slaughtered the Rivers people. And it remained in their memory that it was the Biafrans that killed them. The Biafrans that don't speak Fulani. And when they accomplished their goal, they killed Adakaboro. And when Ken Sarawiwa rose up, they killed him. And you still have people talking about Biafra killing them. And this is where I get really mad and say, you want to be a fool, you will be a fool forever. You want to be stupid, you will be stupid until you die. And today they are still doing the same thing to you. You hate your brother. You change your name. But you're still an Igbo man. They are burning your markets. You're watching. Amotekun, the Yorubas took action. What you are doing to us, we will not let it happen. And the spokesman for the Yorubas, the man that he was there, he said, it is the skin. You see, we go back to the skin. If you can't identify who you are a fool. Akanchawa, Akanchawa. You are lost. Your hand is not shining. You are greedy and you are a thief. That's what it is. They understand that their own culture, who they are, makes them what they are. And you, a Biafran, through the leadership of our leader, Mazi, you have fallen by the wayside. And they said, we are going to amotekun our people. Our leader did it. He saw it. What happened? They chased him. They went after him. Kill him. He's a small boy. He's a miscreant. He doesn't have any money. And they went after our leader. Let me bring you down to earth so that you will understand what I'm saying. Operation Amatiku, Southwest governor stole our security idea, Ebonyi government. Don't laugh, but I'm the only one that's supposed to laugh. Southwest governors stole our security idea, Ebonyi government. The same government that is accusing IPOB. The same government that swore that wherever they see IPOB, they will kill them. The same Southeast governors that say, they proscribed us. Do you see the difference between people that have brain and people that are greedy? The Akanchawas. Anything that will bring them progress, they will kill it because it did not come from the Fulanis. And these are where they have their mosques. And the same people giving the mosques are not even stable themselves. But they just want the land. They want your estate. And then they will kill you. What they will do is round you up like a bundle of wood and then shoot you. Dig a mass grave and line you up and shoot you and dump you in there and cover it up. The world will not say anything. You listen to that black Muslim shouting, crying. Because he is beginning to understand that it's not religion. It is the color of your skin. The Ebonyi state government among the state operation Amatiku security outfit launched in Southwest last week was a brainchild. His brainchild. I know somebody will be laughing. If he is listening to what I just read, he will be laughing. Because that brainchild caused a commotion. It said governors in Southwest region stole the security idea from East, saying, when the governor of Kano State mooted something about this kind of security architecture in the Southwest recently, he was referring to Southeast geopolitical zone in particular. Listen very carefully. I'm taking you to what Devaluation is saying. According to state government, until the launch of Operation Amatiku last week, governors and leaders, governors and leaders of Southeast Zone had elaborate and far-reaching security meetings on how to curtail security, on how to curtail insecurity in the region. Now follow me. Bolu, yes. Bolu, yes. Governors and leaders of the Southeast Zone had elaborate and far-reaching security meetings on how to curtail insecurity in the region, saying the Southwest Zone only borrowed a leap from its Southeast counterpart in its establishment. The Commissioner for Internal Security and Border Peace, Mr. Stanley Emega, stated this in a telephone interview with our correspondents in Abakaliki on Monday. Now, this is where the soup is very good, the bottom of the soup. Emega, who disclosed that governors and leaders of the zone last year last year appointed General Obi Umahi to coordinate the security architecture of the region, added that much was being done. Listen very carefully so that you know that we are not on the same page when you're talking about Amoteku. Appointed General Obi Umahi to coordinate the security architecture of the region, added that much was being done to mitigate all forms of insecurity in the land. All forms of insecurity in the land. According to him, by the end of January, the security efforts and plan of the region will have been made clearer. This is what they started last year, and they have not still made it clearer. He added that the creation of the Ministry of Homeland Security in Abia State was one of the moves made by stakeholders to reduce crimes in the zone. Now, did you get the base of the mission they are making? Bolu, yes. Bolu, yes. Let me go back again. He added that the creation of the Ministry of Homeland Security in Abia, where people are shouting La Lolo, what are we going to eat? They are shouting that today, not yesterday, was one of the moves made by stakeholders to reduce crimes in the zone. They did not make whatever they are making to stop the Fulanese. Because if it is to stop the Fulanese, they wouldn't have invaded Orata, whatever they did, what they did to commit that crime. The women would have been there crying. You see, when you lie, Chukwuemeka will bring you out. Their own security was to kill Biafrans. They made those security arrangements. Wherever they see a young Biafran, they will pick him up and kill him and call him a criminal, a terrorist. That is why Abia State was one of the moves being made by stakeholders to reduce crimes in the zone. Who are the criminals? The bandits, the cattle herdsmen. And you are seeing their action. You see what they are doing. And here you have your so-called governors. The launch of Amatukun in the Southwest is what is already in vogue in Ebonyi State, in particular, and Southeast in general. This is so because traces of insecurity like kidnapping, car snatching, armed robbery, etc., are no longer found in Ebonyi State. The actual region that Governor of Kano was talking about for his security issues is the Southeast, not Southwest. What they have done is they have just copied what is already in the existing neighborhood. This kind of security strategy is being put in place and has been made possible by the Southeast Security Consultant. But we have been silent about it because we are waiting to launch at the right time. Security as technical endeavor, and that was why many efforts of governors. This is why we don't disclose some of the things we put in place in order not to create room for criminals to strike. I'm highlighting you criminals to strike, and Amatukun will strike. They are there to defend their people, not kill their people. But your own Southeast establishment is to kill your people. And you have the plunderers, the bandits, standing in the middle of the road. We are talking about what you did. You are doing some more, and you are implicating yourself. If you have such a security apparatus in place, why are they destroying farms? Why are they not going after the Fulanis? Your establishment is anti-Igbos, anti-Biafra. Anti-Biafra, that's what it is. It is not what you are doing to benefit Biafrans. Your actions are anti-Biafra, and we don't buy it. We don't believe in it. And you see how those women are crying. Now you see how they feel. Now you see that they are not happy. How long will it take you before you join IPOB? How long will it take you to acknowledge that IPOB is your mouthpiece? How long will it take you to acknowledge that our leader, Mazi is one of a kind? You are more interested in what position you're going to assume. You have not finished. You are fighting for post. And that is why we're in this situation. Are we going to be up and running, or are we still going to be victimizing ourselves? The Ezes, the Igwes, the Royal Highnesses, I will call your attention again to the governors of Biafra in Biafra land. That your state governorship is useless. You guys must start talking to one another. I have shown you, I have revealed to you what's at stake. Is take it or leave it. Bolu, yes. Bolu, yes. I don't know what else you're looking for. And I don't know what else you're expecting. Our leader will be on the air on the 15th, 7 o'clock Biafra time. See, I'll let you all call in, because yesterday everybody was calling in, and I know some people left frustrated. The call number is +1 4847670848. You see how these things are intertwined. They cannot live in peace as Muslims. How can they live in peace with you? This is why they are slaughtering everybody left and right. And they are trying to regularize your village. You've been earmarked for elimination. Whether you like it or not, it is going to happen. The only thing that will stop it is your ability to rise to the occasion. Your ability to reject the evil actions of your so-called politicians and governors. Otherwise, it will continue to happen. They don't love you. They've never loved you. They have never instituted a program, a policy that favors you. Everything they put in place is anti-Biafra. You produce something, they don't want it. They go and import from their brothers or abroad. Yours, they will not touch it. You are one. They go import their brothers from North Africa without visa and passport to come and occupy your land. You are one. But you, the owner of the land, they require you to have an identity and a passport. And you are one. When a visitor does not have identity and the owner of the land has identity, what does that tell you? What does that mean to you? Caller, your name and where you're calling from.
Hello, Mazi.
Good morning, Simon.
Hello?
Yes.
Mazi, please, I don't know if it is possible to speak with you after the program, please.
That'll be fine. That'll be fine.
What did you say?
I said that's fine because I delivered your message yesterday.
Okay, I want to talk to you regarding of that, but after the program. Thank you. That's what I want to talk to you about.
No problem.
Okay, thank you.
The call number is +1 484 767 0848. Don't get confused. What you had this morning is what is happening to our people, happening today. If they cannot live in peace within and amongst themselves, how can they live in peace with you? You that have nothing in common with them. How are you going to do that? If their interest is different, how are you going to establish something? They have a different agenda. How are you going to move on? There is no meeting of the mind. How are you going to solve that? This is with regard to those that still think that they have a space for one Nigeria. And every indication is that there is nothing like one Nigeria. They have the security apparatus they are using to clamp down on you. And instead of you using the work of Chukwuemeka by running, thanking him, and then establishing a safe zone, you are running to the hands of your killers. And we don't see anything wrong. Is it that we are charmed or what? We have to unlock the mystery. We have to. Caller, your name and where you calling from?
Good morning, Mazi.
Good morning from here. Welcome.
This is Daniel from Biafra.
How are you?
I'm fine. Did you try to call man I asked you to call?
Say that again.
I said, did you try to call the man I sent his number to you, the honorable I told you about?
don't think so. I think I missed that number.
Hello?
Yeah, I think I missed that number.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I'm hearing you. Send me that.
Did you
No.
try to count the man I sent this number to you?
No, I did not get that number.
So you didn't get it?
No.
A certain time I called you to ask you, so you get the message that a name was not inserted into it. And I told you that the man's name is Silas.
I think that's where the confusion came in. I think that's where please resend me the number. You say Silas, just when you put Silas, you just put the number. Because there are many messages I have, so I can easily overlook it. So I'll take that notice of Silas. So once I see that Silas, I know what it is. Okay?
It's okay.
Yeah.
I'll resend it.
Yes, resend it to me, and you put Silas as the heading. I've marked it here. I've marked it. Yes, I get so many texts and messages, and sometimes I overlook certain things, and it goes with the stuff I'm doing. It is not intentional. So once he sends it back, I will get in touch with the guy in question. We are moving forward. We are moving forward. Let's see the implications of our inability to save our people. Our leader is the one championing it. He does things in a very miraculous way. And he sets the stage. And what do? We slumber. We fall back. You see, we fall back. And what do we expect when we fall back? Who do we expect to take up the challenge? Our women are being harassed every day. We are not doing anything. Their farms are being destroyed. We are not doing anything. We have governors that say they are setting up security agencies that will harass our own people. We are not doing anything. And then we expect Chukwuemeka to come and do the wonders and save us. Caller, your name and where you calling from?
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Mazi.
Go ahead, we are hearing you.
My name is Chukwuemeka. I am a native of Ishiago, Ebonyi State, Biafra land. I want to talk about the comment of Ebonyi State Governor to the Yoruba nation, according to their security outfit. I think Ebonyi State Governor Devaluation. I think last week a woman was raped to death. What is the comment of Devaluation on that dead woman? How long the process has reached now
for the Fulani that raped the woman to death. I think something must be done by IPOB to keep all these things record for the future. Because ndị Sabacha ọsọ agụọ mile. Ihe ndị adum na-eme n'ikpeazụ a ga-ebupụta akwụkwọ gụọ maka ya mekwana ihe ya so. Okay, like the one in Abia State, this clip you play now. I think OKC Bazu is there to give his own excuse. All these people, I like to let them know that everything has beginning, one day will have end. Nothing will remain. If you are a governor, if you are Nigeria political party, APC, PDP, because that is what you are, there will be a time, maybe you are alive, or you are not alive. The record will be there for your children and unborn children. Because Nnamdi Azikiwe, who put us into this forever slave, has gone. I have never heard anything about Nnamdi Azikiwe up till now. If upon he has a son, I don't know. That will reach to all of them after they have died. Because this life has a beginning and has an end. So all those women crying in Abia State about how these poor people suffered and plant cassava, some plant rice. These Fulani herdsmen go and destroy the whole thing. And they are crying. Nobody is feeding them. Some of them have nobody to help them. They suffer sun and rain to plant all those things. But now, the Fulani terrorist group of people who have surrendered everywhere, they destroy it because they are Fulanis. And those women are crying. Abia State Governor OKZ Bazo is here laughing. There's one man called Eberechi Dick. He is the traditional chairman of Southeast state. Eberechi Dick, you are Ngwa man. You are the chairman of traditional ruler in the whole Southeast. You suppose, if you know what the position you are, if you know the meaning, you supposed to call other chiefs in Southeast. You cannot say it that you have not heard what is happening and what is coming. You just cool down because they have given you money. You try to collect money to all of you who are slave chiefs. You are serving person of Sokoto. Remember, a day of recording is going to come. And that time, maybe you are alive or your children will answer the question. Because nothing remains forever. All of you who feel this is the opportunity for you to make money from the slave. As a slave, you are making money from Satan of Sokoto. The time of recording will come. And that time, maybe you are alive or you have died. Your children will give account. Before I close up, my brother Alozie, I love your program. You know how to present a program so that people will understand. A program is something that when you put it on table, it means a lot, and people understand it. People who listen well will understand it and make a comment. I love your program. I love my Peter's program. I also love only the program. The only program I'm trying to complain is the program of South Africa. And that program is coming only when our people has come down to their homes. A lot of people are busy that time to listen to Radio Biafra because I was in Aba. I examined all these things because I'm a regular caller on Radio Biafra. By this time, people are maybe on the market, inside the market, on the main road, or one way or the other. And you know the position of Aba and even the position of the southeast. Everywhere is army, police, SARS, even in the market. You may have any chance to listen to Radio Biafra inside the market because you don't know who is crossing and who is crossing along. But in the evening, a lot of people are in their homes listening to radio. Why am I saying this is this? I'm listening to this program. This South Africa program, the way that program is presented, for me, is so much local, according to the level we are now. There must be adjustment. There's not too much of talking, saying what you are saying 2 or 3 times. Instead of putting a clip and make a comment, that will mean something to people. So that people who reason very well will see it and happy to talk about it. There was a program of Jonathan, Jonathan. This man is coming very late, maybe between 11, 12 o'clock or after 1 o'clock in the Biafra land, when a lot of people are asleep. I will suggest that this program, if possible, to adjust it to come by 5 o'clock in the evening. That is after your program. So that the people that will hear that program will die.
The program is on the radio.
If possible.
It's on the radio. It's being replayed.
If possible.
It's replayed. They can hear it.
Hello.
Yes, it's being replayed. It's posted on the Facebook. You can have access to it. It's there. Do you understand what I'm saying? The program is posted on the Facebook. If you go to Facebook, you will have it. Radio Biafra broadcast. Do you understand what I'm saying? I don't think you're hearing me. Mazi, do you understand what I'm saying? I think something is wrong with his phone. He's not responding. The call number is +1 484 767. Yeah, I thought so. Something is wrong with his radio. With his phone, not there. Yeah. Something is wrong with his phone. Let me make sure he understands what I'm saying. Yeah, something is wrong with his phone. The call number is +1 484 767 0848. That is the phone number here. You see, people must learn to chase these people away. We have to take a stand. We cannot leave the governors to do what they don't want to do. They don't want to help. They don't want to do anything reasonable. And that is why they let these people invade our farms. They let them invade our farms and cause havoc. Caller, your name and where you're calling from.
Okay, thank you, Mazi. I called that. Please, Biafra. My name is Simon. I am calling from America, Spain. Someone is from Umarkes in Alo is in name of Biafra land, but I reside here in America. May Chukwuemeka bless every IPOB family members all over the world. Bless our leader. Bless our deputy. And bless all the IPOB leadership. Anywhere you are working, anywhere you are supporting what we are doing, okay, protect and guide you. And bless anything you lay your hand to support this struggle in the mighty name of Chukwuemeka Abiyama. You see? Mazi, I don't know if you are following up and see what is going on now. I just received a call from somebody now, and the zoo suffocating. The zoo is drowning both them and their slave master, Britain, the creator of zoo. If you see what is playing out now, 50 years of Biafra war, you see first time the zoo TV channel is talking about Biafra program, about Biafra war in their channel. You see some of all these foreign slave agents running up and down now. Well, let me go say what it will look like, because what we are doing is hurting them. I'm just waiting for him to tell me how long the zoo will last. The power is on his hands. It will lead to reconciliation and apology. They are discussing it. They are drowning. But Biafrans, I did not join this struggle because I don't want to see Nigeria to exist in the next 4 or 5 years. That is why I joined this struggle. We are talking about total freedom. If they beg a reconciliation of anything, we are not interested. Because now the thing is hurting them now, because the zoo has no history with that Biafra war. And they don't want to talk about it. This is what they are planning to do now. They are trying to do now to come and set up some their slaves to come and beg, to reconcile, to do apology for Biafrans. We are not interested. I don't know if you have ever seen this interview of Kowan coming up to say that Aburi Accord, when our late team, our hero, Odumegojuku said, in Aburi we stand. Go on, he used his mouth to say that he told Ojuku that in Aburi he will fail. He said it, but they was lie. And this is that it is our legend that caused broke out the agreement. So we should pay attention. We should focus on what we are here to do. We are here for total freedom. Nigeria can stay on their own. We therefore want to stay on our own. I will never live or have my children living in a country that will be in one country with Fulanis. No. I saw one interview yesterday, former advisor to Olusegun Obasanjo. What is his name? Or Setoko, or what they call him. Talking about saying it the way it is, that the Biafra war was a mistake, and talking about the January 66 coup, that it wasn't Igbo coup as the money they call it. It wasn't Igbo coup because people that carried out that coup was doing it in the interest of the zoo, Nigeria. But they come out to label it Igbo coup and slaughter our people. So I don't know why anybody talking about the reconciliation or forgiving. See Nigeria will live tomorrow. No, we cannot. We cannot. The sacrifice of our people, the life, the misery of our people, enough is enough. We cannot be feeding Nigeria anymore. The zoo must collapse. And there's nothing anybody to talk about it. If they are doing their reconciliation, it's their problem. We are not interested. We want to put that out. Only what can make us to forgive them is for them to allow us to go peacefully. Because the more we see here in Nigeria, it will make me to hate foreign to the last. It will make me to hate any tribe participated in that genocide war against us. So immediately they end, they don't exist anymore. Nigeria don't exist anymore. Then we can have the right to forgive them when we are in our home. This is only what I want to say this evening. Thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Yeah. Thank you very much, because whatever you're referring to, there was reference made to it yesterday about Gowon. This is not the first time we have made the reference with regard to what Gowon is saying. On Aburi we stand, and he started accusing our late team of being the one that violated it. And yesterday he made the same statement too. And we are not buying it. We are not buying it. We are going.
Yes.
Yes.
That is why I want our people to pay attention, because you see, you know, this wicked issue cannot be given to us Christians. I'm not with myself. The more Nigeria continues insisting, the more the cancer is growing. So, the people for us. Thank you for giving this opportunity. Oh, that's a sign off from here.
Biafra. Thank you, Simon. Thank you very much. Thank you. The call number is +1 4847670848. I don't know what they are reconciling. They cannot reconcile while they are still killing people, invading farms. This thing should be ended as quickly as possible. We've found our footings. We've laid the foundation. Our leader has exposed the whole plot. So there's no room for reconciliation, because if they wanted that, there shouldn't have been a war. A war that cost over 3 million lives. Why were their blood shed? That means we hate ourselves, we don't love ourselves. And since that's the case, let's leave it the way it is and go our separate ways. It's not, the deed would have been done. No, it was done. The killings took place. And the killings are still taking place. The killings are still going on. See what's happening in Middle Belt. Will you call that a joke? Call out your name and where you're calling from.
Good afternoon, Mazi, Alozie. This is Ogugo from London.
Ogugo, good morning. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you today?
Yeah, fine, thank you.
The reason why I call is because of that second caller who just called now, yeah? He's talking about the guy who is the president of South Africa. That guy is getting better every day. Every day. The man from South Africa, I don't know him. We have to support him, encourage him to do more. That guy who called to criticize the presenter, I will ask you, if they give you, we need more people to talk in radio Biafra. You know, like take 1 hour, conservatively, or 5 days. Can you do it in that Aba or wherever you are? Or you people just sit down and talk and talk. How are these guys in your backyard? Take them off. Take them off. That's what we want you to do. Don't come over here and start criticizing. Those people that do presenting in Radio Biafra, do you know they have their job? Sometimes they don't sleep. Their eyes is going and still they come and analyze things and talk. What do you got to talk about the presenter from South Africa? When you got nothing to offer, we are not people you can talk to like that. You can talk to people in Aba because you people know how to talk too much. You have no reason to complain at all because you don't have anything better than what we got. What is your Biafra can offer now? You don't have anything to give better than what they got. It is when you got something better, then you talk, okay, you got something better. However, I know that nearly Radio Biafra still have about 40% or 50% space where people can come there and become a broadcaster. If you want to do, what will hear you rather you criticizing people. That's all I want to say. And again, local government area and Yoma. I have telephoned your call to start Inspector General of Police. If new person is a Yoruba person or foreign people who don't want to see them in Delta State as Inspector General of Police, but by mistake today, it's like one left, another one come. The one I see his name today. His name is like a mix, like a mix. One Igbo man like a Fulani and the Yoruba is a sort of stuff. Maybe it's mistake because Facebook will block me from talking. If I want to clarify your call and people from Delta State, we don't need no Fulani to be Inspector of Police in Delta State anymore. No Fulani, no Yoruba people. We need indigenous people before that place call and mark in the zoo. Before we bury him and he will so gonna come back no more. Again, I want Obaseke because I hear some of interview is playing. Obaseke, not governor for Edo State. Obaseke, please go and mind your Edo and your Duduwa. Leave Igbo and Yome alone, please. You cannot confuse us again the way Denis Osarede do during war time. We are the poorest in the whole of Igbo land. Today, Niger Delta. Tomorrow, South. The other one is Midwestern region. The other one is Bendel. That's your chaos. We don't want to have it anymore. Take your head up and go and match with your, what do you call it? We are joining our mainland Igbo. Every one of us, including people that in Edo State. That's all I want to say to the man, Alozie. Thank you for giving my call.
Thank you, Ogogo. Thank you very much. Welcome. Your name and where you calling from?
Good evening, fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom, people of goodwill all over the world. Good evening, sir. Mazi, Alozie, and Happy New Year. Mazi, to wait till you don't teach us this very evening. You see all these people who live in our land. They be evil people, they be evil politicians, evil elders, evil representatives. Then they be. At this point, even they see the way apart from saying Yoruba they do their own, Fulani they do their own. See the whole world, see how the whole world leaders, see how they tackle everything, they fight for their people, they fight how their country wanted they great, how their place when they come from their region wanted they great. Protests they go on all over the world. But the so-called make I say South politician, the so-called Southeast politician, I don't know whether they read news, whether they go to international news, whether they read, even the things where they happen around there for that place, where they live. Because we know what they imagine how wicked our politicians, the so-called political elite for Biafra land. I don't know how as in the they make us they feel so bad. The disgrace and wickedness towards us with the indigenous people from this politician it will be painful. But I want to message you very have to know. You have politicians for Biafra land, for the whole of Eastern region. You see they play politics of my own. You see they play politics of your title. You see they play politics of that name way attached to you. When they say that everybody you can't be king before everybody. When you retrieve your step because they provoke us. Make you walk up to say we'll go to do some kind of thing when they say tomorrow another they send another thing. When I retrieve una step, but not they say who they beat may not cry. When they beat us, no one will cry for now. One not person will not cry. Because all of you way there for that place, now don't above 40. When I don't get above 40, I'm not waiting the life. When I'm not waiting the life. But I trust of them naturally wicked on indigenous people. Now these people nothing go to the east for that place. Now these people now gonna be governor, now gonna be chief, now gonna be now gonna be equal, now gonna be anything. If these people not there for our land, how who now want governor, who now want rule over? Which kind of naturally wickedness is this one? The gods of our land will judge in the morning. The gods of our land will judge you in the afternoon. The gods of our land will judge you in the night. Even when I don't take shit abroad, we are leave us. We are not great empire for ourselves. How we live back, not for sauna. Our markets don't go. Fulani they come on daily basis. Someone now see they happen. Checking price everywhere. No good road. Nothing. It shall never be well with you, that politician. It shall never be well with you now. And we now go pay dearly for what they do because you never eat your cake and have it. You will pay so dearly for everything what they do to us. Mazi, thank you very much. God bless every fans and lovers of freedom all over the world. Our DK, our supreme leader, for the great job we don't put up on his shoulder to do for us, the Biafrans. Now, Almighty God will bless her. Bless our able deputy leader, Mazi Ushemefo, and you too, Mazi Alozie. Okay, thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, Efe. Thank you very much. Thank you. We need to get these people moving. Really, they should all get out of the way because they have caused a lot of problems. You know, they have caused a lot of problems. They don't understand the issue we are facing. They are preoccupied with their position. While the people suffer, they are enjoying their position. And then they will impose unnecessary hardship on you. Why are they doing it? Why are they doing it? Why must they not change and understand the right thing to do? Why must they be repeating the same mistakes being made by other people? Caller, your name and where you're calling from.
Well, Mazi Alozie.
Yeah.
My name is Chukwuemeka. I want to conclude my topic today.
Your line cut off, so go ahead and round it up real quick.
Yes. So what I'm saying, somebody's trying to challenge what I said now. I'm not criticizing anybody. I'm just trying to put things in order. I'm hearing Radio Biafra from morning till night, every day, and I know everything that is going.
Oh, okay. I understand, Mazi. No, we don't do that. I'm sorry. We don't do that on the radio. No, we don't.
So there's no correction.
No, we don't. We don't get into counter argument. It will stir up more argument. I'm sorry, we don't do that. Okay, we just learn.
Okay.
We just learn and correct ourselves. That's all. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you, Mazi. You're a good contributor, but there are things we do and things we don't do. Caller, your name and where are you calling from?
Mazi, May Chukwuemeka continue to keep and protect and strengthen you, give you more energy for you to carry on this work you have started for people. And we shall kill Biafra. You must kill Biafra, both you and Noni, and every have to call Biafra, radical Biafra, fantastical Biafra, all of work. We shall see Biafra. Let me appreciate Onion Hamadi Commemorations, the light of Africa. May Chukwuemeka continue to open his spiritual eyes. Corner back a quick touch. Now, now, Biafra in Biafra land. I appreciate all of you once again, and I will continue to appreciate all of you to the end of time. Chukwuemeka keep all of you. Have one thing in your mind. Biafra is a place where you are born. That's where your umbilical cord. And that is where we are going to die. And that is where we are going to bury. So we have to guide and guide it very, very jealously. Forget whatever those idiots are doing. Mazi, please, let me read this for you, for Biafra. For all of us to know the kind of mind these people have for us. They are trying to turn Biafra into Alamajiris. Mazi, this one happened in Enugu now. This one happened, he said in Enugu State, a transition chairperson appointed by Ifeanyi Ugwuanyi, the governor of Enugu State, has given out wheelbarrows on high purchase to the people of Nsukka. But did you see that?
Yes.
What they are doing, wheelbarrow, a tap grab. Look at a lot of wheelbarrows here, given on rent, on high purchase. This is what they have. But these people are trying to turn a Biafra land into Alamajiri. What, Mazi, oh my God, Mazi, where are we heading to? And when shall all this be end? Look at Obosija, a fire incident there for over 3 hours. And the fire service, according to the report now, is about 20 kilometers. But they are coming after 3 hours. Mazi, these people may have, but these people knows what they are doing. These people, I don't know if they belong to a court. What is wrong with these people, Mazi? But one thing is very, very sure, Mazi. The land is boiling. Our boys are boiling. Everywhere is boiling. And they don't want to show, oh my God. Mazi is very annoying. It's very, very annoying. Look at, you see the video? You see those women crying there? Where is our man? This is the handwork of the governors. They brought all this into our land. All this nonsense is what Eastern governor Benya would. Man, it's too bad. My heart is broken. I don't like seeing this. Man, I don't have my strength to talk much now. Maybe if the I come back, I didn't say I'm not careful. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. It is very funny. They are giving you wheelbarrow to go and compete with the Fulanis, hawking your product. That's what it is. They are devaluing you instead of upgrading you. Call out your name and where you're calling from.
Hello, Mazi, Alozie. Good morning.
Good morning from here. Welcome.
Yes, sir. This is Anaku. I'm calling from Owerri. Resident here in Atlanta. I just want to say blessings and greetings to Ahamadike and also to Uchemefo. Uchemefo, the one who when he gets to strike you, you don't get to see tomorrow. I love that guy, telling you. But anyway, what I want to talk to you about today is the fact that the Fulanese, what they are doing is because the British people and all these people, they have a lot of allies who are giving them weapons. And that's the only reason why the Fulanese are doing this. They have weapons. Look at all the security agencies. They are all in there. China everywhere. They have plugged up all the holes that you cannot even get through. They have a lot of allies. And the only language a bully understands is what he has in hand for you to match it. Firepower for firepower. But you see, we do not have it at this point. And that is why we are trying to have all these diplomatic approaches, meeting all these powerful people, powerful countries. Why are they powerful? Because they have weapons. Imagine what just happened to Showore and Tasuki. All the men, the senators and congressmen from here, all they had to do was just send the telex to the ambassador over there to release those guys. And then it happened. Why did they happen? Because the House of Fulani, the Caliphate, knows fully well, and the British also know fully well, that the United States is the most powerful army. They have the most powerful army in the world. They don't even have to come to your place to fight you. All they have to do is to send one of those drones with hellfire, and then they will destroy you while you're inside your house, with everybody around there. They don't have to come to you. You see, and that's why we are trying to get closer to them. We need to continue with our diplomatic service, and that is one thing I commend Hamadike about. He is just a genius. A man without weapons fighting somebody and a large army like the British Army and the Fulani Caliphate, empty-handed. And he says, Cherenu, Unijebela. Forgive me if I add a little bit of Igbo into it, because I want everybody to understand. Who have the plan now? God to sing the house or I didn't know Uji. How do you know what it is? People in the Arab. How? Let us finish with the Americans and other European powers. And then they wouldn't have to even give us any weapons. All they have to say, we support Biafra, and that's it will be over. That is number one. Onye guy rule. I don't care how much education you have. I don't care how smart you are. When a man with a gun comes into your house, it doesn't matter if you are 10 feet tall, he has an edge over you. Just apply the Urudike, when you will do Patano Loke, will power over you. That's number one. And number two, my brother, we keep talking about our politicians and politicians. A man who owns a dog is the only one who can control that dog. He's the only one who can put a leash on that dog. Only one can get mere control. They will mind all these governors. Let's look at the dogs that we have. Who can put a leash on those dogs? Members of the House of Assembly. If those members of the House of Assembly gather today and say, we are going to pass an anti-open grazing bill within 30 days, have that prayer and then give it to David Umahi. If he does not sign it, they will override the bill. How about Iga sign area? But how do we do this? Anyway, communities, we have communities all over. We have young men, able-bodied men. If they can pick out maybe about 5 from each community, let them from all Abia State or all these various states, let them come out and have a strong meeting and send a clear message to members of their House of Assembly. See, it doesn't matter if the member of the House of Assembly is from their family. See, Labour, this is what we have discussed. All of you. You must take this and then draft a message. Tell David Umahi. If these young men can come together and do that from the various communities, have a meeting, and then come to a resolution, and then forward like this ROI youths keep on doing. Forward it to all the members from their constituencies. I guarantee you there will be a major change. All these security issues, a lot of it will just start disappearing. They will just disappear. All it means is that they don't know what to do. It is time to start saying, oh, Ahmadiyya will kill you, and the God will punish you. You keep waiting for Ahmadiyya is not going to come. Not anytime soon.
Awadioha, you can call them all the names in this world, but if you don't push a wheelbarrow, the wheelbarrow will not move. If you don't make any effort, nothing will move. All you need is just that little energy. Thank you, my brother. Thank you. Chineke gozie all of you. Okay?
Thank you. Thank you very much. That brings me to our broadcasters. People should understand.
Yes, hello?
Yeah, go ahead. I'm done with you.
Okay, thank you.
Yes. We are not professionals. We are contributing. We are doing all we can, and we must accord respect to those that are trying. Like I said, we are doing all we can, and at the same time, it does not stop you from expressing your opinion. We have our audience. Broadcaster 1 has his, 2 has his, 3 has his, 4 has his, and it's to whom it appeals. And that is how we are going to handle it. Some people don't like my program. And some people call me somebody else's name. It does not bother me, This is the way we operate. And it's like when Angry Man was calling, I don't know his health condition. By this week, I should be able to find out where I put his number, because he switched numbers, so I don't know which one is which, and reach out to him. So people didn't want him to call. They call, hey, why is he calling? He talks rubbish. This is open forum, so we cannot take everything personal and then deal with it. Okay, so that's the way it is, okay? Yeah. Caller, your name and where you're calling from.
Good afternoon, Mazi, Alozie. It's Rabbi Charles.
Rabbi, good morning.
I'm calling from the United Kingdom.
Yeah, welcome.
Yeah, good afternoon. I just have what is going on. I want to use this opportunity before I comment to greet our leader, Ohamadike of Biafra land. Biafrans all over the world, friends of Biafrans and lovers of freedom. I salute you. Whichever title you have. Mazi, Alozie, I want to add something to what I'm hearing and what I'm and some other, let me say this. Listening to the channel, their comments or whatever they say, their presentation on 50 years after the there is nothing like I want to correct them by saying that the war is not over. It is there. And if they don't want to accept it, it's just because they are in their comfort zone. Our brother Patrick Bobby is a German, it's not to say, but I want to I'm not 100% correct. Maybe he knows much more, but he doesn't want to sound aggressive in his mind because of his safety. I can understand that. It is just like going to Nigerian television and criticizing them. They don't know. They don't have the ability to deal with criticism. What they only know is to kill that source that the criticism is coming from. So anyone dealing with them should be very careful. And I can commend his boldness by telling them that there was massacre in Asaba. The people came to greet them, to welcome them. They ended up killing them. And I hope our Asaba people they have learned their lesson, knowing that these people don't like you. I hope they have learned their lesson. So if people are coming, young people came, the men came, women came to greet them, to welcome them, and they ended up shooting them and wiping the youth out of that place and began to pregnant their women, rape them. This is atrocities. This is one of the atrocities conducted by Nigerian army. And they are living today. The people that conducted these evil practices are still walking around. I heard what Gowon said, that he told Ojukwu, I'm glad that Ojukwu, already before he died, he spoke about the Aburi and the denial of Gowon. After having gone to Ghana, they signed the treaty and he was there. The meeting was well, conducted. There was no friction. And while they were going back, the commander-in-chief of Ghana was taking them to the airport. Ojukwu suggested that Gowon should be made the president of the zoo, which I blamed him so much for even going too far, so quickly. I blame him for that. And when he got back to Nigeria, what happened? Gowon was prompted by the people controlling them to deny everything and engage war and use war as an option. And we all remember what the Prime Minister of Britain said at that time, that oil there is much more larger than the one in Kuwait. And they shouldn't hesitate, because if they do, Russians will go there. So what they did, they armed Nigerian government to go and kill Biafra, to take control of the oil. And when that war was conducted and they destroyed Biafra, when I saw from the clip the smile on their faces in Britain, I saw them in the House of Commons and of Parliament smiling and jubilating that thing has fallen into their laps. And that is what we are dealing with today. So if anyone should come and say the war is over, the person is just dreaming or hallucinating, because the war is not over. I also listened to what Onyeka Onwenu said, but I want to let them know that if you are coming now with a little bit of boldness to talk about it, I would prefer them to give honor to whom honor is due. The person who made us to be speaking today is nobody than Martin Namdekanu, our leader. He made us to speak. He gave voice to the voiceless. And our brother just who called and kind of wanting to rectify the issue, suggestion. Your suggestion is welcome, brother. You are free to suggest, comment, whichever way you like it. Sometimes there are some techniques or tactics I borrow from some of the leaders like IBB. IBB, if you criticize him, he will give you that position to hold for a while. You will see how he's going to handle it. So sometimes, brother, if you are free to do it, you can come up and do it. But it's not that the criticism is not hard. People hurt you. And definitely, the people that hurt you will work on it. You are not doing bad at all. Everybody is free or entitled to speak on what they believe in. If things are not going well with you, you have the right to speak about it. And speak about it in love. And it will be done. The correction will be made. So I'm looking at what these people are doing today. The Yorubas. Let us do one thing. I am suggesting. We can do as much as what they are doing. We shouldn't look at them. I know that our leader is hitting them below the belt. Why all of a sudden they want to talk about 50 years of Biafran war? Why the war is going on? The killing is going on. Maiming is going on. Rape is going on. Ethnic cleansing is going on. Religious massacre is going on. Rape. Mention them. Peaceful and leader conducting all these things. I told that Christians. And they are talking about 50 years after the war, like the war is over, the war is not over. It is because I know what the previous scholar said. The greatest military in the world today is U.S. military. We know that. And when America gives you warning, don't minimize it, or don't say nothing will happen. As the Nigerians always say, nothing will happen, no shaking. I did. I can tell you. When America, the leader of the president of America said something that most people don't listen to. He said, I have revamped the military might of United States. And when we send you letter, it we arrive at the destination, your postcode, it doesn't meet it. It doesn't meet target. So if you are in Aso Rock saying nothing will happen, let them make a mind their business. What do they think they are? You are making you are committing suicide. Because the day you provoke them, if they send that letter to you, it will come to your address, postcode. It's just like navigation system. If you are traveling now and put the postcode of where you are going to, the navigation system will bring the car to the final destination without meeting it. You will then arriving at number 12 on the right side. If you look at your right side, you will see number 12 there. This is how this thing is being done. So if you are sitting down there saying they can't do you anything, you are blessing your mother. Remember what we did in 1967 to 70, how we killed your people, like what I had them doing, like trying to scare people and showing the people that their limbs were cut off as a result of explosive, and people those men that are dead as a result of constant shelling. And they think that if they show us that thing, the generation now we now retreat and say we are surrendering before even we go into combat. You are joking. This time around you will see something that will blow your mind. I can seriously tell you that. Our leader gave you a clue. He asked you questions. Do you think that, are you seriously telling me that for a straight fight, Arewa Fulani with Biafra, that if there are no combined forces involved, are you seriously thinking that you're going to overrun Biafra? You think so? It is a question that you guys need to answer. I am paraphrasing on what he said. If you answer that question, then you got the clue. Answer it rightly. If you don't answer it, you are an idiot. Because this time around it's not going to be what you think. Something will happen to you that you don't know. So I'm not going to go on blowing trumpet before the time, but I am reassuring you guys that what you did, he said, when you remind me of how you killed my mother, my father, my brother, and my sister, that you have if you remind me what you did to my parents, how you killed everybody, how you wiped them out, you are giving me fuel to go for you. And when I turn back on you, I'm going to chop off your head. I'm not going to feel anything. I don't give a damn what you think about what I'm going to do, but I'm going to do it. So if you think you can show those things on television, warning the people because you got stockpile missiles from Saudi Arabia, who doesn't know that? Who doesn't know that you got assistance from Pakistan? Who doesn't know that? And you have been looking for opportunity to use it. Do you think we don't know that? Do you think we don't know about the leftover things that they supply to you from Dubai, Emirates? Do you think we don't know that? You think you don't know what you got in that your stockroom where you kept them? You think Biafran intelligence don't know that? You are down too stupid. That thing you think you're gonna do, I'm telling you, go ahead and do it. And these Eastern state governors that they put there, the stooge they put there. I have said something before. I don't want to count my chicken before they are hatched. If it is clear that you are the ones constituting problem, killing people, giving them wheelbarrows instead of building schools, state-of-the-art schools, technology. So go into technology. You give them wheelbarrow. So be pushing wheelbarrow and they cannot, so that they don't acquire education. It's enough and magic technique. Those are, if you do that to people, to oncoming generation, you are breeding suicide bombers. That's what they're going to do. Because an illiterate will stack himself up and go and blow someone else. And Biafrans wouldn't allow those things to happen. We cannot sit down and begin to complain and allow such things to happen in our region. It's not possible. So you go to hell. If they're giving them wheelbarrow, why then last time I saw them giving them shovel? That is paid. So that is to this their trade. I agree with the previous scholar that said these men are occultic men. They are real occultic people because this is how they think. That nobody will be better than them, that nobody will do facilities in life, you don't have to experience it. It is all for them and their children and their children's children. That is how occultic people think. So the people conducting these activities you call your governors are occultic members that must be eliminated. I don't have to hide my feelings. They must be eliminated. In order for that vision to be okay, those men either they go for exile or they will be eliminated. If they say they're not going to move, they're not going to run away to exile, they will be eliminated. The former president of Gambia, when the heat, the pressure came, he ran for his life. He's in Saudi Arabia right now. Idi Amin, when pressure came, he ran for his life. He died in Saudi Arabia. I can give you on and on. General Musharraf, after extorting money from America, now what he's facing is capital punishment in Pakistan. And who knows what is going to happen to him. So if you think you're going to remain there forever, think again. Because you don't know what is coming for you. Alozie, thank you very much.
Thank you, Rabbi. Thank you. Caller, your name and where you're calling from. Caller, your name and where you're calling from. The call number is +1 484 767.
Good morning, Mazi.
Good morning, Mazi.
My brother, thank you so very much. This is your brother, BDB, and I'm calling from Los Angeles. By the way, I'm from Oba is in Onitsha province. I want to thank God Almighty for today. It's a new day that He has given. I want to thank Him for the entire family, starting from our leader to everybody that is participating so far in this noble project. Blessed be to the name of God. In Yeshua's name I pray. I think that I just need to be called because I think I heard you say that some people don't like your program. And I needed to pick up my phone to let you know that I love your program, not just liking it.
Not my program. It's not my program. I was making a reference. I said there are many broadcasters. Some like my program, some don't. Some don't like. It's.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Because I didn't say it the way you said it.
Yeah.
I said I love your program. I didn't like your program. I said I love your program.
Okay.
What's the big deal about it? Okay, I want to start with that anyway. And I do listen to the caller before about Charles already stayed here. Makes a lot of sense. But then I want to encourage the brother that if he's not already participating as far as because the major participation for people in diaspora is making yourself available in ideas. Number one is finance, because we can't pull this mess off without money. Okay, it's important wherever you are in diaspora, if you hear this gospel and you are attracted to it, because I know that brother was attracted to it, that's why he called. Please, haven't started making the contributions, do so as soon as you can. The ideas are not taking, again, we're told. It's just important. There's something he said. I know that I control them. I think it's quite in January and December, we saw Obiano's wife in Houston doing what she considered a charity. It was given in the land of plentiful, and people are dying in our place. Even though it's not in the States, but but she's here pulling. and distributing money that she didn't earn. And it's people that invited her, right?
Yes.
Don't did I invite her?
Yep.
And otherwise, just coming out to do that, people like her, people would have asked her some few questions. We are not saying that charity is a bad thing, but we thought that there's a standing saying that stipulates that charity begins at home. Okay? That she means that she would have considered people who are dying in a homeland, who need that charity most. Because before coming over here to pose and to show up, part of their money laundering tactics is what was exhibited in Houston in December, and nobody questioned her. Okay, it's part of controlling the leash of a dog. That is our people. When we call them idiots, people say we insult them. When we call them morons, people say we insult them. But it's our people who invited her in Houston. And they put it in Facebook, and the husband endorsed it and everything. Meanwhile, nothing has been done to people who lost their properties, for that fire that they planned. Nothing has been done. Nothing has been done to a lot of destitutes in Anambra State, because there are a lot of them, people that don't have work. Okay? So, where are we going to start from controlling this leash? Okay? So, that's something to consider, my brother, who brought that issue about the leash. So, you find out that what we ought to do, all of us, is not just coming and submitting a very good idea, but it also involves participation. Because the primary goal of what Mazi Alozie and the rest of other radio hosts is doing is to sanitize, educate our people, so that we can really understand what's going on, and then step up the action to be able to do the needful. That's what we're doing here. We say so many things here. People come in here angry, and they verbalize, some threaten, and everything. Doesn't really matter. I am not going to come here and run down somebody because they voiced out their frustration. I remember a few months ago when this guy that used to come here, Chibuzo Hanu, and somebody came here and said, I don't like the way he's talking. And I don't even know why Chibuzo doesn't come no more. Because he comes here and voice out his opinion. And we shouldn't in any way critique anybody who spends their time to come here. Sometimes we may have to use that opportunity. I know Mazi Alozie does that very well when he redirects the brother to not to continue if they're saying something wrong. But that said, I've been listening for the past few days and a lot of reactions as far as people talking about Biafra. Some say that the war is over. And I know I watched another interview. I don't know his name actually, but the man that has some injuries on his left hand with the torpedo, I heard him clearly. Okay? I heard Onyeko clearly. I think what they have said, or what they have said, it shouldn't be something that is triggering people to be reacting in different forms. Even the so-called channels TV, we know that is the devil's outlet of that contraption. Whatever they're saying, it doesn't matter to us. It is not what we're doing. They have their opinion.
And that brings to mind what St. Paul said to the Christians a long time ago. Remember, there was a lot of bickering, right? People will come and say, St. Paul, the master, there are some people that are wearing short gowns. Some people are not kneeling down and praying. Some people are not, covering their hair. Some people wear earrings to praise God. So much bickering in the house of the Lord. And what was his response? He told them that he's no longer concerned about all this bickering. That what matters to him is that the name of Christ is being professed every day. It goes to say or reaffirm what our leaders say. That he's not going to pay anybody to talk Biafra. Is it not true? He said all we have to do is to stay where we are, be resolute in all that we do. Stay where you are. They will talk about Biafra.
Yep.
Has that affirmation come to pass? That people are talking about Biafra. People are no longer hiding. According to that man, I don't know his name, he said that after the war, you do not mention Biafra. We have stopped to mention it. Now every news is carrying it. People are mentioning Biafra probably. Therefore, it shouldn't be a negative reaction to any of us. It should be something to look onto and praise God that this message is going. I see children singing the national anthem in Biafra land.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, isn't that amazing? It brings chills to my entire body when I see these things happening. That tells us that Biafra is here to stay. Biafra is our life. It doesn't matter what happens. Over time, all these individuals that say no, they will say yes. My father used to say, okay, now, watching Onyeka when what she said this lately, I mean, you can see the anger in her. You can see the frustration in her. You see the foundation of what she gave even before she made the last comment that she made. She carefully narrated her relationship from Ahondizo to Anambra to Imo to Yoruba land before she made that final comment. I mean, we should be able to listen attentively to people. It's not enough. It shouldn't be a moment of criticism. Rather, we will use it as a moment of praise. What the seed this young man sowed, this Mazi man, through the help of God Almighty, is yielding fruits. People are speaking. And the faith, they say, come at their hearing. And what is the faith? Evidence of things not seen. In other words, they are hearing now. And when this hearing gets into them, it manifests in action to manifest that thing that we look for. So it is a great moment this time that people are talking about Biafra, whether they say war has ended or not. In honesty, every right-thinking individual, we know that the war has not ended.
It's just beginning.
Okay, and that's what it's just beginning.
Yep.
That's what is being expressed by all these people that have watched. That's what is being expressed. Even Pastor told me that people are condemning here. He said a lot of things. Okay? So we shouldn't be coming here and analyzing what is in the minds of these people. What we are here is talking about is freedom for all. For anyone that says they don't want freedom, it's up to them.
Mm-hmm.
It's up to them. We want to be free. and free in our land.
Oh, yes.
The good thing is that all these people are talking now. Now it's no longer Nnamdi, because it used to be a time where everybody say, I'll Nnamdi. Or you hear listening to that man. Okay, now everybody's saying the same thing. So it's a glorious moment for all of us to be rejoicing that God in heaven is the cloud of glory is moving. All we gotta do is to continue to follow. If it stops, we'll stop. But I know that in all, we must go.
Let us.
And I want to thank you all, Biafrans, who are believers, for what you're doing. I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. Please continue to do what you're doing. There's so many distractions. There's so many people who want to reap where they did not sow. There are so many bad mouthing and gossipers around. As you know, the devil doesn't sleep. It's very slick. Can permeate any time to stop this noble project. But I know in my deepest heart of my heart that God in heaven is here to deliver us. Therefore, I urge you to remain vigilant, to remain diligent, to remain truthful. The bottom line, truthfulness in all you're doing. Stop telling lies. But more importantly, remain humble. That is the key. God in heaven is here to deliver us all. Mazi, I want to thank you for what you're doing for us. May God continue to keep strengthening and preserve you until Biafra comes and beyond.
You too.
There will. Thank you, my brother.
Thank you, Mazi. Thank you. We are beginning to head towards the end of the program, and there are some people trying to call in. It's one of those things. People trying to call in, and I'll see if they can make it before we call off. It's unfortunate I can't call internationally with Biafra phone. I would have called. There are some people I would have liked to call back. So if you try to call in and was unsuccessful, continue. You will be successful. Once you try, you don't succeed, try again. The call number is +1 484 767 0848 +1 484 767 0848. If that fails, I will end the broadcast and give our South African station ample of time to come on the radio. We're short of time, and so the little time we have, we use it very economically. We make the best out of it. Make the best of the time we have. You've listened to what we said today. You have nothing to confuse you. You saw how it started, and it boils down to your safety. Everything we said today boils down to your safety. And who is going to provide you that? You. Talk to your brother, put your heads together, then you accomplish something. You don't divide yourself and feel that your brother is your enemy for no reason. If you're told to give a supporting argument, you cannot come up with anything. You only say, I hate this person. Why do you hate him? I just hate him. And that is not proper. And in order not to get stuck with late calls, I'm shutting off the phone. I'm sorry. I will not entertain late calls. So whoever failed to call in from the time I allotted till tomorrow. And also, I apologize to some people. See, when I'm done here, I struggle to go and take care of some things, and then I come back, I forget. And that's the nature of what we do when you get so many people writing you, some you see, some you have expressed oversight on. And it's not intentional. So just do like I do. Don't get angry. That's the way we are. So this is where we'll be ending today's broadcast. We'll be on the air again tomorrow. And may Chukwuemeka continue to guide us, lead us, protect our Onyendu. He has established or laid the foundation, and he laid a very strong foundation. And that's what we are going to follow. We'll go with it until Biafra comes. Thank you, everybody.